Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Yondercraft. So this episode is going to be a little bit time-lapse heavy, because not only do I have a cloud of fumes to build coming out of this, in between episodes I put together some planning and I collected some materials. And now I have a sort of basic plan for how I'm gonna do movement in this area. It's gonna start here with a scrap metal sorter. I see these in some of the scrap. I don't want to call them dumps, but that's what they are. By the highway sometimes. You'll see these, and it's basically just a machine with a giant magnet that pulls up all the magnetic stuff and dumps it on a thing and into a machine that'll compact it a little bit. So we're gonna collect the scrap metal from the garbage here, and it's gonna follow along this conveyor belt that I'm going to build and go into the incinerator. There's gonna be two incinerators actually, and they're kind of like central to how the whole place is gonna look, so that's why I have to get them done first. And I'm gonna build a bit of a foundry in here where all of the scrap is melted out of the metal and we get the purified scrap metal out. And then it comes here into a proper foundry where the scrap gets refined into iron, gold, and because we are playing with biomes, you'll go titanium. And then I have plans for 3 separate lines of processing where, for instance, the metal gets cubed, stuff like that. I'm going to include a stamping thing just because metal tends to get stamped when you make it into bars and stuff. We have one for gold, and then we have the one for titanium. These are progressing in a way where hopefully, once I have built them, it will be fairly easy to see all of the areas. And then I'm gonna tear down these farms and build proper storage silos. And the purpose of the silos is going to be to offer a visual counterweight to the massive incinerators. I don't have any specific plans for what I'm going to do with my wood collection area, but I do want to make it look like a necessary part of the plant. Especially because, you know, we're trying to be green here. So maybe that's the fuel source. We grow our own lumber and use that. What did I have planned for over here? Oh yeah, I was gonna build a sugar farm. I might still do that, just to build one. But yeah, that's the general sort of plan. And I do have plans for, like, names of all this stuff and what I'm gonna name the factory. But you're gonna have to wait for me to reveal that after I get a bit of a start on this. So, let me log my camera account on, and we'll kick it into time-lapse gear. And that is going to be incinerator number 1 finished. There's still quite a bit of work to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and gather some supplies, and then we're gonna get started with the scrap sorting machine. This thing. Alright, so I've collected most of what I should need for this build, honestly. Thanks for setting me on fire. It's not going to be a particularly big build, so don't need, like, a lot of stuff. It's not going to be particularly big, I say. Tearing out a rather large chunk of fence here. What it is gonna be, so let's see. I know I want the general sort of cubing process to take place here, and I'm gonna need 3 for that, just because of how that goes. This should be tall enough. I will add more detail as time goes on. Please pardon the cat scratching the cardboard boxes in the background. She's having a good time. I neglected to grab anything for the conveyor belt. Alright, I now possess items to become some sort of conveyor belt. Please tell me these are directional. Please, okay. So, because I'm using this, if I want to put anything on the conveyor belt, I will have to use armor stands, but, like, it's worth it. This looks nice. This is so expensive. See, that looks pretty nice, actually. That's not half bad. Do I have peat on me? No. Thank goodness I think ahead. Alright. So now I have peat on me. Which means now I build this up just a little bit so it doesn't look awkward. It, of course, looks awkward anyways because blocks don't really care what I would like, but it looks less awkward than before, and that's a start. Alright, let's see if I put one there. That is perfect center. Gonna scoot this down one. And clear out some of the snow, and that will be where I pause with the stone cutters for now. Now I have to build up another machine. That's going to be right here. This is basically just a miniature tiny crane with a magnet at the top. And what this miniature tiny crane does, is it, with that magnet, it separates metal from non-metal. Not perfectly, but we go from stuff that you shouldn't burn to stuff that's a little okayer to burn. It is actually fairly tall. I have to get chains. Munch that real quick. Allow me to make a chain real quick. Allow me to make another chain. That's not going to be enough. There we go. 2 chains. And then I'll just pillar up with the remaining cobble. There we go. And now I take my chains, and I have to go make another chain. Thank goodness my main food source is not iron right now, it's cake. So unfortunately, because I didn't think ahead all the way, I do have to run over here to get a block of iron to act as the magnet. There we go, there we go. And then finalizing it is simple. We just gently, that's not where I wanted to put that, gently imply that it is tied to, that's not where I wanted to put that. We gently imply that it is tied to the machine. And then I take my planks and my cobblestone, and actually I go get some regular stone for this. Put the cobble away. We make some stone bricks. I pillar up with my lament planks. And we build a counterweight. We're gonna lay out this first conveyor belt line. 1 stack of logs, 2 stacks of trapdoors. I'm sure there's something with a better animation than the stone cutter, but I don't know what it is. And I don't have the energy to find it, you know. So stone cutter it is. Now I have some semblance of a functional, well-spaced conveyor belt. Alright, so we have our lovely crane here with the magnet. Then we have some conveyor belt. This is why we have glitter creepers. Because I literally cannot hear the footprints. This is a conveyor belt here. We have the initial cubing machine here. The conveyor belts stretch onwards for quite a long while to transport from the heap to the initial foundry. I don't think I'm gonna survive. Oh, I survived. And then we have the final of these, which dumps the scrap into the foundry. Then we're going to have ones that go out and lead up, and we're going to go from the refinement foundry to the, or no. Both of these are different steps in the process of refinement. We have from the purification foundry to the refinement foundry. And that's going to be when I start to use, this I'm going to use just whatever I can for scrap, because the idea is that, like, the fridges are painted, the cars are painted. This isn't just pure metal, but once we refined it, we're going to use the good stuff. So I'm gonna get the second incinerator going, and this is gonna be a time-lapse heavy episode. We're gonna do this in a time-lapse because I like time-lapses, so let's kick it into time-lapse mode. And that would be the second incinerator. You'll notice that the top is done when the time-lapse didn't show that, and that's because I forgot to move the camera up as I built. My bad. Hopefully won't happen again, but no guarantees. There's no smoke yet because I don't have enough glass for that. Now, we're going to take a break from the incinerators for a bit, because I have another project, sort of, that I have planned. We're gonna go meet up with Sly, and we're gonna work on some of the community builds in Spawn. Now, for the most part, Spawn is pretty well taken care of. If I can avoid getting like, there we go. But like, oh, right, I left a hole there. Stuff like that. Wait, we gotta take care of it. Like, go down to Spawn. I'm waffling about, honestly. There's things that need doing that haven't been done in Spawn. And that's not to say that Spawn isn't pretty neat. Like, we have all our shops here. All 3 of them. 4. And we have these nice paths, but the paths don't reach every shop. We have an entire melon and pumpkin farm over here that just isn't hooked up at all. There's no path anywhere close to the town hall yet. The closest one we've got goes to the church. Not to mention, they've brought back a new type of log. And I need saplings from it. I don't have the palo verde yet, so I have to get a sapling from that. So we're gonna go meet up with Sly, and hopefully get some community builds done, or at least get some supplies for them, you know? So I'm gonna go wait over by Spawn, and when Sly gets here, we'll get to work. So we are waiting on Sly because we're going to go to the end and get some, cryptic stone. If I walk over here, you guys will see why. It's because the cryptic stone is needed for the town hall there, where we can see NullSunday digging around in the chests.
Hello.
Hello.
How tall are you, Ruby? Your Minecraft model?
I am 4 blocks tall.
4 blocks tall. Okay. But you can fit in 3 if you're crouching.
If
right?
I'm crouching, yes.
Okay. Alright, you should be good to come in now. Oh, hi.
Hello.
I was not expecting you to spawn right in front of me.
Alright. Oh, hey, this biome.
Yeah, the children biome.
I am so good at sniping stuff here. Hold on, I didn't bring good food. So there's just gonna be a... Oh, that's my food box. Please give it back.
All of the cake.
Sugar. Delicious.
Aren't you supposed to eat, like, redstone?
Yeah, but, Rye didn't code out the ability to eat cake when he coded, no. Scasey didn't code out the ability to eat cake when he coded my, my origin. So if it's nice. A food that can be placed, I can eat it.
I need to make an adventuring silk touch pickaxe so I'm not always at risk of losing feather.
Yeah, that might help. Or you could be like me and not do that. I'm gonna have to pause to try and relocate one of my shoulders real quick once we get across.
All good. Ruby!
That would be why,
Alright, 1 second.
Just go down to the void floor, otherwise we're gonna screw it up. I am so sorry.
Oh, good. You should be good to log back in.
Alright.
I hope.
Please.
Oh, you're over the platform at least. Oh no!
How much?
Some of it still fell!
It's good, it's good.
Okay.
I have a lot of spare tools and stuff, and it's really easy for me to just get new stuff. I'm really lucky with enchantments for some reason. Despite not having that. Did you guys see what fell?
I did not. But you can always scroll back in the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna just clip it real quick. I'll meet you down at spawn.
Okay. This. Actually, I don't need that. Good. Why do I hear digging? Hello?
Alright, I'm by Amogus Cake.
You should probably bring stuff other than cake. Maybe just an idea.
To be fair, the cake isn't the reason I lost all my stuff. Just
Well,
gonna point that one out.
I mean, you're not wrong, but... Oh, hello. Yes, I believe all of that is yours.
Oh no, drugs didn't make it. But my forearm crutch
Aw.
made it. And Cocoa Puff and Frosty Flake made it. And my crown made it! And my AK-47! Okay! Things are a little less bad now. Well...
That's your shulker as well.
Oh, that's my shulker. Okay,
Yeah. Oh, here.
Thanks. Well, I'm gonna go make some new tools. Well, I've got myself kitted out again, but that was painful. That was a day and a half at the Enderman farm, just killing Enderman and enchanting. I did come out of it pretty well stocked. Cocoa Puff and Frosty Flakes survived. We now have a hoe named Subscribe to Ruby Robotic, and a shovel that is once again called Spoon. We have our M16 and our AK-47 back. Glitch and Sly were very kind as to help, so as well as Little Picky, we have Glitch's Twitch and Sly's Twitch. And then I have my new forearm crutch, my wheelchair armrest, and courtesy of Glitch, we have the facelifter. I don't ever want to have to do that again. With luck, we won't have to do that again, but that wasn't fun. So, back at the incinerators area, we have this foundry that needs building. I haven't even cracked this one open yet, but we're gonna have another forge in here that I do have to at some point create. And then we have all these conveyor belts that are going to be coming out of said foundries and forges. So I'm gonna crack these open, just so I have the option to, like, get in here and grab stuff. And then we're gonna do a little bit of time-lapsing. Not much. I'm not gonna do anything drastic. We're probably not gonna install the foundries until next episode. But I have all these conveyor belts. And if I take these shulkers and I scoot them out of the way of said conveyor belts, then, like, I have stuff ready. I have this stuff, which I use for the incinerators and the smoke. I don't have it all. But also I have this stuff, which I'm going to use for, like, the foundries and the building. And then there, I have left a shulker that, if memory serves me correct, is full of ebony trapdoors and stonecutters. Excuse me. So let's put some conveyor belts. Right, well, my shovel is just about out of durability, so we have to stop here. But I do feel like this is a good stopping point in general. We have a good chunk of our conveyor belts done, including these diagonal ones, which I didn't think I was going to have such an easy time with, but I did. The cubing machines are not yet, or cubing compression, they're gonna make cubes of metal. They're not yet done. The silos are blocked out, but not yet done. A lot of things are blocked out, but not yet done. I've begun clearing the excess blocks from this space. Pardon me. So that once I've finished clearing it, I'm going to take blocks and we're gonna make an outline of what the main part of the factory is going to look like. There are, of course, going to be other facets to this space, which I already have some names and stuff thought up for. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I do have a name for what this factory area is going to be called. And once I get the rest of this cleared out, probably in between episodes, and once I get the general building shape sort of laid out, I'll go ahead and tell you guys what I'm gonna call this. But for now, thank y'all for watching. If you're part of the morning crew, I hope you have a great day. If you're part of the evening crew, I hope your day has been great. And if you're part of the afternoon crew, well, I hope your day is going alright. I've been Robotic, and I'll catch y'all in the next episode.